the Denver Broncos. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final 2 bring us as we're off in Week 9? And as we see so frequently here in Colorado, that one over the end line, so it'll come out to the 25. On the ground, this is Leonard Fournette. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31. This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity. And that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week. And right now, we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
Now Bortles throwing on second down. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. The linebacker, Preston Brown, there to knock that one away.
When you see passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they were able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly.
And they'll look to avoid an early 3 and out here on 3rd and 4. Bortles. And this is going to be incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
He spins free, and now running right through it. It'll be a 47-yard punt with a net of 40 following a 7-yard return. And the Broncos take over, 1st down and 10. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at 2nd down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And the catch made. This is Emmanuel Sanders. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a 1st down. And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything else and get to what we call the moment of truth. When the ball's arriving and there's a defender there, he just comes down with the ball. He competes and takes it away. Great hands, great ability to finish the catch.
Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Gone, gone. Gone, gone.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And the Jags get to him as down he goes. Calais Campbell. He's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Over, 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 over.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Flush to his right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A big 3rd down conversion with a gain of 28. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. First carry of the game here for Royce Freeman. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Malik Jackson there to make the stop.
Early down stuffs to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
On second down, Freeman. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. Calling a loss of 2 on the play. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11.
Gone, gone! Gone, gone! Gone, gone! Gone, gone! Gone, gone! Gone, gone!
On play action, they'll throw. They'll roll him out right. Got him in. He finds Sanders. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Give them 14 yards there and a Denver first down. This is Freeman on 1st and 10. And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. Calais Campbell on the stop.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down. Now a handoff. It's Freeman. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
And McManus able to put it through. And the Broncos, the first to grace the scoreboard. It's 3-zip. A dozen plays on that drive that ends with the field goal.
Let's go ahead and break out some of the old chestnuts here, right, partner? Keep the ball in front, rally to it, and make the tackle, right? No big plays given up, no balls over your head. Bend, don't break.
Hold on. Chestnuts?
You like
Come
that
on.
one?
What does that mean, break out? Just because you break chestnuts?
I'm not sure about that, but I'm just going with why they said that. I have no idea.
Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here. And hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the all-pro linebacker. It's Von Miller. And he'll get this back down to about the 12-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
This is Freeman. And strong running there as he's inside the 10 and down to the 8-yard line. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
No. Check. Patriot.
Freeman. And he'll be stopped up after only a couple of yards as he gets it down to the 5.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
The Broncos on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3.
Gone!
He'll drop to throw. Forced out to his left. He's hammering for the goal line. He loses the football. And did the Jaguars come up with it? They did.
We'll give some credit to the defense. They forced the big play, knocked the ball free from him, but it's a cardinal sin by the quarterback. Know where you are on the field, and he just gave up at a minimum 3 points.
And instead of getting down, takes the contact. The turnover ensues. Now after the fumble recovery, it's Bortles. They got his man complete. It's a big play. Bortles to Westbrook, 41 yards. The last drive he threw the pick, but he's not shy. He's going downfield again there.
And you can't be, because if you back off after throwing an interception, your whole game plan just goes right out the window, and it makes things easier for a defense. And you and I both know there isn't a quarterback in this league that's any good that doesn't throw an interception occasionally, and they usually bounce back in a big way. I've seen guys throw 5 and still find a way to win the game in the end.
Lucy.
A fake to Fournette. Now it's Bortles to throw. His throw incomplete.
All right, that one fell incomplete there, but the best quarterbacks, they'll miss on 40% of their throws somewhere in that neighborhood, similar to a great hitter in baseball who's going to fail 7 out of 10 times and still have a great year. In this case, you want perfection, but way better that it hits the ground instead of going to an opposite color jersey.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Green 80. Hank. Pull up.
Working from the gun, it's Bortles. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. So the Broncos coming out now, and they'll be looking to atone for last time's mistake of fumbling inside the red zone. Certainly they don't want to do that again.
And so much emphasis placed on red zone offense. I mean, you have periods devoted in practice just for that, because everyone knows how vital it is to put points on the board when you've entered that part of the field. And to come away with nothing, that's difficult for a team to handle.
Difficult, and now we'll see if they can make it less difficult on themselves on this drive. From the 22, here's 2nd and 8.
Gun!
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And this one is incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely, just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. The Broncos on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 8.
Detroit! Over!
Back to throw. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And he can't hang on to it. Nearly picked. He's known for his hands defensively, but instead it just brings up 4th down. So on 4th down, here's Marquette King to punt it away. They'll send this away to the Rocky Mountain Knight, and it's a good one. Pushing through tacklers at the 30. Great blocking, nearly sprung him there. 28-yard return. And the Jags will have great field position to start this drive as they take over on the short side of the field. 4 minutes to play here in quarter number 2. On 1st and 10, here's Bortles. Left side complete, Safarian Jenkins. Past the 20. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. That's a good chunk of yardage. It's going to be canceled out.
And we always talk about hidden yardage in a game. That's going to count as that, because now it doesn't go on the books, but now they have to make that up again, don't they?
Lucy.
From the gun, it's Bortles. He'll get this over to Westbrook. It's complete. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Bortles going to run the draw with Fournette. And he's got about 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 25.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down, a very solid gain on that play.
On 2nd down, here's Fournette. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. That one good for 17 yards, and now they've got it 1st and goal.
Would you say this offense is locked in right now?
They're having no trouble on this drive. What is it, 3 plays, 3 first downs?
Yeah, you talk about on the march. They keep this up, they'll get to that end zone real fast.
Well, they don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
Hey, let's go. Trip flat.
They'll try and run for it with Fournette. And he will make his way back to where he started from, and that's all. As we will make our way to the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. Back to Denver right after this. Nothing on 1st down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, 2nd and goal. Now they'll throw it. Bortles. He'll check this one off to Fournette. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. Now the Broncos are going to take a timeout. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. Here's Fournette. And they'll get him down just shy of the goal line at about the 1. He needed 3. He got 2. Now that'll set up an interesting situation here on 4th and a yard. On is Josh Lambo now for the Jaguar field goal. From the left hash, he'll have to cut this at a tight angle. And Lambo will put this one through, and that will tie us at 3-3. They took it all the way to the 1, but in the end, opt for 3.
Just doesn't sound right, does it? If you got all the way down to the 1-yard line, isn't that supposed to be a play in the end zone that culminates in a touchdown for your team?
And per usual, it felt like the guys on the sideline wanted to go ahead and go for it.
Of course they did, but of course head coach, it defers back to him, and he made the decision, let's get 3 out of this, make sure we get some points.
They'll run with Freeman here to begin the drive. He finds an opening past the 40 and all the way up to the 46. That's good for 21 yards and a 1st down.
I know that play went to the left side, and that's what it was designed to do, an outside handoff there. But how about the whole offensive line being involved? Seal the left side where the play was going, what they call play side. But how about on the back side? Just taking care of business to make sure no one can get there and disrupt it.
Is the biggest key the left tackle?
Without a doubt. Control that edge. Get out there. You want that left tackle, or if you bring your tight end over there, either way, control the edge of the line of scrimmage, you got a chance to rumble.
No. Check. Patriot. Detroit.
Out of the gun. They'll look to throw. Being chased out left. Now he'll let it go on the run. It's caught inside the 25. And now before this 1st down play, we're going to get a timeout here. as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. So a big play as it gets them all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10.
Watch him now, Barney! Barney! Gone! 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 No. Check! Patriot! Patriot!
Freeman at tailback. He's got it running left. And he'll at least get him inside the red zone here, down to about the 19. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Looking to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And it's caught. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a 1st down. So they've been in the red zone 3 times, and it's yielded just 3 points. Can they find the end zone here on 2nd and goal? And did he just clock that? Looked like he tried to stop the clock, but the clock wasn't even moving. This clearly the final play of the half, but no field goal attempt. They're going for it with 3 seconds remaining. They'll try and sneak it here. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Denver. It's their quarterback in the final seconds of the first half. And the Broncos are in for 6.
That's one of the better examples of clock management I've seen. Whittled it all the way down just about and still put the ball in the end zone.
Yeah, just a methodical drive and something really to take into the lockers here. On here, Brandon McManus for the point after. Extra point from McManus is good. And the lead is now 10-3. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be fielded at the 6. So we've reached halftime here on Halloween. And trust me, kids, if you had to look at Charles Davis every game, you'd think every day was Halloween. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report. Broncos with a lead, and they will be receiving this kickoff here as quarter 3 is underway. This is taken at the 3. And an excellent return there as he's up to the 35, but make it the 40-yard line.
Now that's the kind of return you're looking for. To get to that spot on the field, that allows you to do a lot of things on offense.
Good starting position for the Broncos here as they come up 1st and 10.
No, check, Patriot! Patriot! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Detroit! Detroit!
Third quarter starts with a run by Freeman. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. Danny Trevathan there to bring him down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Detroit! Detroit! Back 99 Philly, here we go!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation.
Gone! 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 Detroit! Detroit! Gone! 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 Gone!
He'll look to throw. Flushed out right. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. It'll be a 3-yard gain. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. Here's Marquette King now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. Here comes the Jags offense now. Time for their first possession of half number 2. They were able to get the stop defensively. Now a chance really to set the tone here in quarter 3.
They can really take charge, can't they? And this is probably how it was drawn up at the half. I think we can go inside the locker room, all right? And I think we would see up on the grease boards, stop them defensively, get the ball back for the offense, and let's go downfield and score. Seems simple, right? The last part, we have to find out that's going to happen. But the first part worked to perfection. Did exactly what they wanted, and now their offense has to pay it off.
See if they can get the latter 50%. Looking right side, and that's complete to Watkins. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. Now Bortles. And Austin Safarian-Jenkins has it. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A Jacksonville first down on a pickup of 17. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Throwing on first down is Bortles. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Lucy, move. Here we go.
Again, it's Bortles. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. First down, Jacksonville. The passing game looking sharp on this drive for the Jags.
Lucy.
On first down, Bortles. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. The Jaguars on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. Here it's 3rd and 2. They'll try and run for it with Fournette. And some room to roam now. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. A great play there with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Jaguars are within an extra point of tying this one up. A little surprising they wouldn't go for 2, but this is up and good. And we are even at 10 apiece. So we're right back where we started. All even as the kick's away. This is taken at the 3. And he will be marked down right there at the 20-yard line. Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Give him 30 yards there. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10.
No. Check. Patriot.
Here's Freeman. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
Gone! Detroit!
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. They'll let this thing go for Sanders. And he almost intercepted it. They haven't picked a ball off yet. That probably should have been their first. And it's 3rd down now. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Detroit!
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Finds Jake Butt over the middle. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 17 yards for the Broncos there as they've got themselves a 1st down.
As far as tight ends go, this guy's not a speed burner. He's much more of an inline blocking type of a tight end. But how about this last play? Made a nice catch and picked up the 1st down.
That's what impresses me about him. When he's called upon, usually gets it done. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down.
That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
Back to the ground, this time with Freeman. And he's going to be stopped here for no gain. And that's going to take us to the end of the 3rd quarter of play. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. Yannick Ngakoue in there to get him, and that's sack number 8 for him on the year. The Broncos on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This will be 3rd and forever.
Detroit!
They'll drop to throw. Buying time to his left. Looking for Sand. And caught by Sanders. Touchdown Broncos. Emmanuel Sanders, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Broncos have broken the tie. McManus's point after is good. And that makes it a 17-10 score. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Here comes the Jaguars offense as they get set here. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
He's going to find his running back. It's complete. It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and that'll bring up 2nd down. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
On third down, Fournette. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
That's how you get right up off of the mat, because on the last play, they stoned him in the backfield and dropped him for a loss. But he's the type of guy that scared me a little bit because he's not daunted. Just got right back up, showed some confidence, and picked up a first down with his very next run.
To throw, it's Bortles. He'll set up the screen to Fournette. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. They hold him to only 2 there on the screen. It's second down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. You're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
The pitch to Fournette. And he stopped immediately there. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Bortles into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now it's Freeman. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right? This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
Leopard! Leopard! Alert! Alert! 3 down! 3 down! Over!
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Dancing to his, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Yannick Ngakoue in there to get him for sack number 9 now on the year. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long.
Lucky 56! Lucky 56! Gone! 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 Gone!
Now back to throw. He'll let this thing go for Sanders. And incomplete. He can't hang on. Would have been a nice catch. Instead, it brings up a 4th down.
There's definitely contact there, but it's the 4th quarter of a kind of tight game, and sometimes the officials just say, let them play. Kind of like your mom used to with you and your brothers. Just take the broom to you and send you out to the backyard and tell you to settle it yourselves.
I like that, yeah. There was contact. I don't know, like you said, enough to warrant the flag. It was close, though. Give him 11 yards that time on the return, and we have reached the 2-minute warning. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this.
380! 380! Hank!
Back to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down. They'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep down, and that's caught inside the 30. A big third down play there for the Jags. And even 40 yards. Haven't heard much from him all night, but welcome to the party, making his presence felt in a big way.
They've kept him under wraps all night long, but boy, did he find a great time to bust out.
And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
He wasn't ready. He wasn't ready. 372.
Back to throw. And to the tight end here, Safarian Jenkins. And they'll get this down to the 10. Bortles to the former Jet, Safarian Jenkins for the Jags first down. First down now, but that clock rolling. He's back to throw. And he's got it. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. A great effort there in the final minute. And the Jaguars are within an extra point of tying this one up. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the fourth. Set to go now with the kickoff. These two teams all even again as we continue in this wild fourth quarter. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Now this Broncos offensive unit ready to head back out onto the field. They've got work to do, but they do still have a bit of time here.
And they've got to feel comfortable with that, but they have all their play sequences called. If they get out of bounds, that allows them to huddle and call another play. But if they don't, it's hurry up to the line of scrimmage and either spike it and stop the clock or continue to move it downfield in order to try and get in range and win this game.
See if they can do just that. Eluding the pressure right. Now he's going to throw deep right side. So they took a shot on first down but couldn't connect. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They'll set up to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 13 yards as the quick slant keeps the drive moving. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as they'll stop it with 25 ticks remaining on the clock. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They're going to look to throw. Flush to his right. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. He'll drop to throw. And he will find a man here as Thomas comes open. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. And whistles, and they take their final timeout with 7 seconds left. They'll set up a throw. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's second down.
Okay, I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
Yeah, fourth quarter. Maybe you do start to watch as the arm there, the leg's still there. This has been a tough game. And now with 4 seconds left, we get a timeout call. So this thing rests on the shoulders of Brandon McManus. This from long, very long range. And this is off target to the left. Didn't get there anyway. It's no good. And that changes everything here in OT. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
This is taken at the 3. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. And Denver getting set to take the field. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game, because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
Yeah, as we said, they control their own destiny now. Short gain there to start overtime.
Almost a tester play, wasn't it? Wanted to see if the guys on defense were going to fit the gaps the correct way, because we're in overtime. So it's not just physical tiredness out there, right? Mentally, are you still doing what you're supposed to do? And they were up to the task on that play.
And certainly fatigue on both sides of the football.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Watch it now, Barney. Barney.
Now a first throw here in overtime. Escaping the pressure right. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. Telvin Smith in there to drop him for a loss on the play.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Gun!
They'll look to throw. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up fourth down. The temptation to go for it probably there. Always is, especially in overtime. Got to punt it, though.
I think you're right. I think that you absolutely have to punt it away and trust your defense, especially play a little field position here. But you're so right about the temptation. Another way to satisfy that, though, line up in punt formation and fake it. That's another way to get it done.
And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. And now out come the Jags. Their defense did its job. Got the stop. All they need is 3, and this is over.
Couldn't have done much else other than score themselves and end it. but they turned it back over to him, and now all they need is a field goal to win the game. An excellent job by the defense. Can the offense finish things off?
Yeah, part one is done, now part two. Left side complete, Safarian Jenkins. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Seeing that play and understanding just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? And what a really nice game right there on first down for them. Brings up a nice second down for them.
They'll toss it to Fournette. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He lost 4 there, and it's third down.
We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable, and you know me pretty well on second down and short. What I like to see.
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt. I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
Now, defense sold out for the run. Worked out well. The Jaguars on third down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 4.
Lucy.
Shotgun now for Bortles. He'll get this over to Westbrook. It's complete. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down. And the Jaguars send out their punter. On for a very important punt here in overtime. 2 minutes to go here in overtime. We'll be back after this. And now before this 4th and 2 play comes to fruition, they're going to think about it and call a timeout. They'll be down to just 1 remaining as we step aside here in overtime. And the Jaguars send out their punter as he's on here to punt it away. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And a great job on special teams to down it, as this will be marked out inside the 5-yard line. And Denver getting set to take the field. Well, they're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
And he gets it to the 30 when it's all said and done. A very solid gain of 27. Little OT scramble drill that time, Mr. Davis.
And, partner, I can tell you from personal experience, nothing drives a defense crazier than having things covered and the quarterback takes off and picks up a first down or big yardage. Because whether we're in zone or man, it's easy to lose track of him because you don't always have someone assigned to him. And once he goes, now everybody's scrambling to try and tackle him.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And that time almost intercepted. That would have changed things here in overtime, but instead, second down.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that fell harmlessly to the ground. So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down. And they'll run it here. And Freeman lost the football. And he'll get about 4 across the 30 to the 32.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. The Broncos on third down. They're right at about the league average, 40%, 4 for 10. This will be 3rd and 6. Back to throw here. Steps away to his left. Got a man. He finds Sanders. And he just falls short down at the 1-yard line. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. So this thing rests on the shoulders of Brandon McManus. This to win it in overtime. And he got it. The kick is good in overtime. He's able to split the uprights. Well, we thought this game would be a good one. It did not disappoint into overtime, and it took the field goal to win it.
And we always pay lip service to how important it is to play defense. And usually we focus on the big offensive pyrotechnics, right? But in this case, they got the ball back on defense, gave themselves a chance, and they capitalized on it with a victory.
And I don't care what distance that field goes from in overtime. The knees are always knocking, but he pushed it through.
Not only that, think about your snapper, your holder. A lot of nerves for them, too, because they have to do their job in order to give him one last chance to put a foot to it.
So for the Broncos, they close out this first half at a very solid 6-2. And they'll get a few extra days to get ready for next week, where they take on the Minnesota Vikings. Meanwhile, for Jacksonville, they'll fall to 5-3 with a loss. And they will try to turn it around next week as they head down to Carson for a matchup with the LA Chargers. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.